Hello, everyone. This is Badstar. This channel that I'm going to be doing will be called Ripping On, and typically it will be just me ripping on movies, looking at them and deciding if they're good or if they're bad, horrendous or excellent, all that good stuff. This channel will also be associated with Two Idiots, One Brain Cell. It's a podcast for between Pancake and myself. And just like in Two Idiots, One Brain Cell, I'll also be having guests on, depending on the movie I'm looking at. And they will have their own opinion on the movie as we watch it. And yeah, hopefully people are going to enjoy this little podcast due to the fact that I know I'm not a real critic when it comes to movies, but I have a personal preference when it comes to movies. And I think I'm fairly reasonable when it comes to deciding if a movie is good or not, and hopefully other people view my opinion the same way and all that kind of good stuff. So technically, my guess will either be for the movie or against it. So we'll see how that plays out when I have my first guest on. But tonight I will be watching the movie Awake. I believe it's a Netflix original and it will be a fresh look. I haven't seen it. I have it on my list, and I was eager to watch it, but I just never found the time. And now this is the perfect time for me to watch it. Just to give you a little bit of a preview of to expect is due to the fact that I haven't seen this movie. Most likely, I will take the opportunity to pause after a certain length of time, and when I do that, I will comment on what I've seen thus far in the movie. I will probably comment on if it's reasonable. If I was put in a situation, would I act within the same parameters as what I'm seeing on screen? Uh, all that good stuff. But at the same time, if the movie's going horrendously, I will comment and I will kind of destroy what I see and indicate how I don't approve of how they went about making the movie. So yes, at the end of every movie that I watch, I'll probably give a rating, my personal rating on what I think the movie is, and then I will give a generalized rating for the normies, if you want, the general public. I'll make an assumption on what the general public would say what the rating would be for the general public. I believe tonight, due to the fact that I really wanted to see Awake, I will start Awake, and roughly at the end, you will get a rating and everything, and hopefully you guys enjoy. So I'm roughly 20 minutes into the movie. So far, I haven't found anything wrong with it. The sequences that play out or the events that transpire seem reasonable and within the parameters of reality to some extent. Um, I don't really have an issue with anything that's happened so far. I'm questioning a little bit about the main character knowing like so much about sleep deprivation, and it's kind of surprising. But yet again, within the norm, there is a possibility that there's a huge amount of the population that could probably know about sleep deprivation and the effects and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so far nothing. I'm caught off guard by this movie not being so bad within the first 20 minutes, and I'm quite impressed that they start off with uh with the story, and there's no like long story, like a good 30 minutes into getting to know the character. They like start off the movie within the first 6 minutes, and that's great. I love it. So I'm roughly in another 20 minutes, and all the events so far seem to be reasonable. I am having a hard time hating this movie because it's not outside of the norm for these events to happen. I'm just about to watch a scene where the son is learning about the psychiatrist that the mom knows, and all the information that's being revealed there is reasonable. Like I'm having a hard time hating this movie. I am super surprised. Ah, my goodness. How do I say this? So far, nothing is bothering me with this movie. They've come across a prisoner. Everything seems roughly legit. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with any of the events that are occurring in this movie. Uh, they've arrived close to the outpost for where the psychiatrist is supposed to be. Um, everything so far seems reasonable. The only thing I'm questioning is one of the scenes where they come across a group of ambushers prior to I guess the outpost, and they had people strung up and were bleeding them, which was the only thing I was like questioning. But I mean, it was explained that certain things happen once you're sleep deprived. So yet again, so far all the scenes, everything is within reason. Ah, I definitely feel like a broken record due to the fact that there's nothing wrong with this movie so far. Like I am pretty amazed that there's almost nothing wrong with it. Um, I'm gonna jump the gun and say like I'm sure that the prisoner seems like they're making it seem like he can sleep and not at the same time. So I'm jumping the gun and saying like due to the fact that he like the scene prior when they first encounter him, he's he's walking out of the prison or he's walking through the little town that they're in for that scene. You see that he's capable of running. He's aware of the car. He knows his stuff. And right now, we just realized that they understand that he's an electrician and they're about to have him do something. But to me, it seems like he can sleep via some of the interactions he's had with everyone. So I'm just jumping the gun there. But so far, this movie, I don't see anything wrong with it. So I've just finished the movie. I feel so bad. I was really hoping to rip into this movie, but so far there was nothing. I couldn't really find an issue, a big enough issue for me to really complain about when it comes to this movie. So in the end, I'm I'm pretty much caught off guard. I really hoped to rip into this movie, but didn't happen. My only question was they had the prisoner Dodge kind of like die just randomly, which I was super surprised. I was like, all the scenes that led up to the end of the movie, I seemed like there might have been a purpose to him, but they just had him die, and I question and I wonder why. But I mean, I'm not disappointed in the movie all that much at the end anyway. So like everything seemed pretty legit. I can't complain about the ending either. I thought they were going to go in a different direction, but I mean, yet again, still didn't bother me like how the movie ended. So I'm pretty impressed. Okay, so I am gonna rate the movie right now. This will be my personal rating. For myself, due to the fact that there was no real issues with the movie and how I pretty much enjoyed the movie throughout the time that I watched it, I am gonna give it a rating of 8 out of 10. And yeah, I that's my personal rating, and I find that it's reasonable within how I criticize movies and all that kind of stuff. Um, I think for normies or the general public, I think majority of people would probably give it a 7 out of 10. I mean, there's almost no faults in the movie, and it's an enjoyable watch. It's something that you can enjoy without having to think too much, and yeah, yeah. overall, this was a Netflix original, I believe. It's called Awake. I definitely would recommend it for majority of people to watch because it was good. Hopefully, you guys enjoy my rating and my review. But yeah, see you guys on the next one when I can literally rip into a movie. All right, bye.